Oh, hey. Everything come in at once. Darius, are you fishing with the builder dude next week? Have you been out there getting dialed? Hello, Johnny Jenkins. I know. Uh, I'll tell you in a second, Johnny, what happened today. Hello, AJ, Kyle, Brian. So the children, the Chillins had dentist appointments this morning, and Amy took them, and everybody left the house at like 7:15. Well, the Bean school starts at 8. The baby starts at 9. So I got an extra like 2.5 hours this morning that I usually don't have because I'm taking kids to school. Dude, I went to Lowe's, got some tape, got some went to the grocery store and got some sandwich stuff for the shop here so I can have some food. And I got back and looked at the time and I said, holy shit, like I'm usually not even here by now, and I've already had time to like go do stuff. It's wild. Hello. Hello, Scott. What part of the world you in today? I know, Morgan. It was pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. I don't know. Like being here at like 7:30 made it feel like I was here at like 5 in the morning. But sat down and driving home from PA. Come on. But I sat here and started masking off some of these baits, and I was recommended to watch. Uh, I guess Ott Defoe and Edwin Evers and Andy Montgomery started a YouTube channel, and they had a video about them fishing the Ultimate Angler tournament at Gunnersville, and it was pretty decent. I mean, it was kind of. There wasn't any really. I guess it was called After the Cast, so it's meant to be like a reality show where it's like very little fishing, and it's just them like dicking around like at the house, which is not terrible, but I feel like a little nugget of fishing stuff would be, for example, uh, for example, um, Edwin caught him pretty good, right? And they didn't show any of his on the water stuff. Maybe they're going to make a separate video out of it. Is why they didn't. I don't know. It's the first video I've watched from them, but he was doing like his recap of the day, and on his way home, the tournament was over, and he said, I was catching him on the top water, having fun catching him on the top water. And he wouldn't say what it was, like just say a spook or a frog or a buzzbait or whatever it was. Like if you're going to show all behind the scenes and you're not going to show any fishing, at least like drop some little carrot. People think the same thing about this program. Probably so. Probably so. Drop me a nugget, bro. I drop nuggets. There's nuggets. You just have to weed through hours of non-fishing related stuff. Yeah, listen closely. Oh, AJ, do y'all have a Aldi in your town? No, it is weird. when the kids are gone, it gets real quiet. You don't really know what to do. You do have an Aldi. Well, they have, this was my like guilty pleasure purchase today. They have their Christmas stuff in stock, and I know you're a Christmas fellow. Well, they have this, they have these 4 flavors of Christmas scent that you like spray in your house. There's a green one that I think you would enjoy to spritz around your home to get you in the spirit. So if you happen to drive by the Aldi, give that a little sniff test. No, we're not throwing anything away. It's just trash day at my house. That's how I don't know why, but it was like a way for me to always remember to take the trash out. I would make a big deal out of it the night before with the kids. They'd be like, y'all know what tomorrow is? And they're like, treat day. I'm like, no, trash day. And they're like, what does that mean? Like, they come and pick up our trash tomorrow. And we'd like try to make them really excited about it, mainly just so I could remember it was trash day. And it's kind of stuck. We get excited about trash day. Y'all know what tomorrow is. Trash day. House fragrances. I'm telling you. JP, don't tell me you ain't got a damn air freshener in that rig. What's the air freshener of choice in the 2500? Are you a little tree kind of guy? Green is Sasquatch pine tree scent. Pretty close. It is tree flavored. It does. It's like most fragrances that say this like smells like a Christmas tree usually smells like a damn reindeer's dick. But this one at Aldi smells pretty good. Smells pretty good. I'm a Wonder Wafer fan myself. New car. Are you saying your car is so new that you don't need scents? They do pick. Well, sometimes they do. That's what's weird. Like sometimes that son of a bitch shows up at like 4 a.m, and like you would have to have put it out the night before, which I try to do. I typically do. I put it out the night before, because that dipshit would show up in the middle of the night and start picking up trash, and then like a week later, they roll in at like 9. So you never know. Tennessee Bassmaster. Where do I sell my baits? On tacklecraft.com. I don't have any available right now, but there will be some soon. Saw a question. Everybody's got to go check out the Messiah's video and give him likes so he can thrive. JP gets a new car every time the new car smells wear off. That's not bad. Do I think you could get Marty to use an A-rig? I do not, honestly. I think Builder Dude will not Builder Dude ain't lobbing. I don't think he's going to be lobbing. Too expensive, never in stock. This is true. This is true. What is this? Weird little blemish. Builder Dude bring a spinner pole? No. Builder Dude, I think, has got a. I think he said he has a trio of bait casting combos, and that's what he's going to be ripping. I don't think Builder Dude is going to be getting too. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, Darius. We're going to find out. I'm sure he'll join us in a little bit. If the bite's tough, I'll have a spinning outfit with the weenie worm on there for him. There you go. What y'all's weather like? Odd. Hey, Darius, I think I'm going to paint one of these baits the color of the secret little bait that I sent you. Travis, yes, Builder Dude is headed to Darius next week. I think, yeah, I don't think Builder Dude is opposed to putting the rod down and enjoying a little scenery, pulling out the binocs and checking out some birds flying around. If it gets too goofy. Getting out there and enjoying the weather. It rained here last night a little bit. Now it's a little cool. Scott, will you be able to make a cast before you're frozen in for the year? Or are you pretty much cooked till March, April? He might check a few birds off his list. I bet he does. See, I would love that cold and rainy. Ooh, man. That's what I used to pray for this time of year. But colder. What's the water temp, Darius? Had to roll off the damn Bill Nance chair, Scott. Or is that against your religion? The damn geezer chair. The other thing I'll be interested in is Builder Dude boat snacks. What's Builder Dude gonna pack for snacks? Can't be done the same way. Which is why I used to never fish out of my dad's aluminum boat, because we tried. He's got a pedestal up front, and it's got the pole in it. And we took pipe wrenches, we heated it up with a torch, we did everything imaginable to get the post out of the hole. And it had become fused somehow. Like you couldn't even move it. Like you would torque on it with a pipe wrench and it would just like twist the whole floor. Like we were going to rip the whole platform out. So we heated it up with a torch, got that thing smoking, wouldn't budge, squirted a bunch of lube down in it, wouldn't do anything. And eventually I think he just took it out. But it lived that way for years, to where if you didn't want to sit in a chair, you could take the chair out, but you would have this stub, this metal pitchfork between your legs that if you tripped, you would get impaled. And I would take the chair out and I would just fish with that pitchfork between me. And it was pretty sketchy, but it was better than that damn chair. I could see Builder Dude throwing down on some Viennas. I can see him doing that. What if he's a hot sauce Vienna guy? I bet he's a barbecue Vienna guy. Kyle, you like the mustard? I don't like Viennas, period. Those things gross me out. I used to eat them as a younger man, but I can't do it anymore. My dad and his buddies eat them when we go fishing, and this churns my stomach. Q-Tips. We gotta get JP on another program. He's ready. I can feel it. He's ready. He's primed. Boudin, because you're a man of culture, Kyle. You don't eat that trashy ass lips and assholes. AJ knows what that's from. I guess I'm old fashioned. I like assholes. I'm really excited about painting these. Bucket of chicken. Not bad. My buddy pulled some out of a cold day and they were all coagulated. Yeah, that's pretty gross. I mean, I'll take a son of a bitch to the bank if he wants to pull out the Viennas and then drink the juice. You drink the juice, you're gone, dude. You're done. Your nasty ass can go get in the truck and do that shit. Y'all ever witness that? Darius don't want the damn greasy fingers on his boat seats. No chicken bucket in Darius's boat. Noted. Saw it on Netflix. AJ, have you watched Ernest Scared Stupid this year? I was so shitty with those psychopaths. Hey, Morgan. I don't know if you were on the stream, but I was talking a couple weeks ago, or a month. I don't know how long ago it was. But I said, when was the last time you saw somebody throw a solid chartreuse spinnerbait? Because I remember walking by people's boats back in the day, and it seemed like everybody, that was like the color. Like everybody just had solid chartreuse. The Messiah posted a video holding up a chartreuse buzzbait, and I said, oh, yeah, I'm on this. And he said the same thing. He said, what happened to people just throwing chartreuse? But he said something that I was astonished by, in that when he was in the retail business, he would stock a bunch of chartreuse baits, and that they were terrible sellers. Nobody, he said you couldn't give away a solid chartreuse spinnerbait. Not with painted blades, just regular like gold and silver blades with a solid chartreuse skirt. He said it was a terrible seller, and I thought that was very, very strange. That was a poor seller. I would have thought quite the opposite. I would have thought that would have been one of the better sellers. Never bring grease Popeye's chicken. You'd be shitting more than fishing. Man, I love Popeye's. Popeye's is the only fried chicken. Soapbox. Not a whole lot. I also watched him give up my juice on the black with chartreuse willows. I did. I remember you told me about that, and I made one up and sent it to you. Not that you needed it, just because I probably had black spinnerbait running out my ass. I said, "Oh, Morgan needs this more than I do." Was that a recent video? I didn't see that one yet. Josh, I was going to call you this morning instead of hopping on here, but I figured I'd spare you and not eat up your time and let you be productive. No, Church's biscuits, maybe. I can't get behind Church's. My problem with Church's is anytime I've ever eaten Church's, it's always been the skin's always been a little soggy. I don't know that I've ever had a fresh piece of Church's chicken. The biscuits, on the other hand, they're pretty legit. Great debate, though. Great debate. I'll tell you what, there's like a what's that place? Bojangles. They're like a wannabe Popeyes. Their shit's pretty good. I like Bojangles chicken. Within the last month, I have to go back and watch. You know, the Messiah's got something good going on his side. His biggest fan is Randy Blockett, and Randy mentions him in his videos often. So the Messiah is getting fed the Blockett tears over to his channel, so that should help him grow. The Lord's chicken, hands down, sucks. I'm getting fast food chicken 0 times out of 100. What do you get instead, bro? You don't ever crave a big, juicy, fried chicken wing? Hardee's. Hardee's owns breakfast. There is no arguing that I don't think anybody can compete with Hardee's drive-through breakfast. If a 300 pound buffalo ain't making it, I'm not eating it. Certainly helps. You can tell around here the quality of the like the Chick-fil-A. I don't know who's back there cooking it, but you can tell that some of the different stores, whoever's running the kitchen knows how to make food taste good, because this one place has like kind of dry biscuits, and then the one on the other side of town, whoever's in the kitchen knows that the biscuits need more butter, and they're not dry, and they're a little butterier, and they're dialed. Hardee's is the breakfast champion. Hardee's is legit. Their biscuits are super good. Bojangles breakfast is good. Their chicken biscuits legit. Casey's Pizza from Marty. That's not a bad plan. They don't have Casey's in Arkansas? The Messiah dude, the same as aspiring angler Chris Johnson. Yes, we call him the Messiah, but his birth name, his government name is Chris Johnson, the aspiring angler. The only thing I like from Whataburger is their honey chicken biscuits. I don't like Whataburger. Every time I go to Whataburger, I feel like I'm getting ripped off. I eat it and I think, why did I come here? This place sucks and this shit is expensive. JP, we all do, bro. He's gonna save bass fishing. He's going to save the sport. It's wrong. I don't think I came clean with him. Burgers are trash. Burgers are trash. Agreed. Their branding's good though. I'll give it to Whataburger. Their branding's on point. Whoever's in charge of that shit's got it figured out. A burrito over chicken. I don't know that in my life I've ever ordered a burrito. It's too much for me. I don't like the bite of a burrito because I feel like you don't get everything in one bite. You like take a bite and it's like half the shit that's on the burrito, and then you have to eat on the other side to get all the other like toppings and shit. Like one side's meat and then Randy Strikes his $20 jigs. I wonder what happened to Randy's $20 jigs? Are they still available? When you're drunk in Destin, do what you got to do. I don't eat Chipotle either. I've had one. Amy brought me one from a food truck down here. Saturday morning, actually. It tasted good, but like I said, it was like you didn't get the full bite. I'd rather have a taco. I'd rather have a taco. What I need to do is come to AJ's house. He can take me to the secret Nebraska lakes, and we can make tacos. Is Chris pouring his own lead? He seems like the type that probably does, but I would hope he doesn't, because it's such an easy thing for somebody else to do. Quesadilla over a burrito. Easier to eat. You're making the tortillas. I can do that. You just got to supply me with the correct fat. That would be fun. That would be fun. I don't know if the I mean, knowing that dude, he's probably sitting there with a damn do-it mold going. Because I feel like I've seen a video of him pouring jigs or pouring spinnerbaits or pouring something. It was with it. Like I feel like I've seen him with a lead pot. Johnny, you're a burrito fan too? Johnny, do you have the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives app where you can see all the shows, all the restaurants and places that have been on the shows across the country? So when you're traveling, you can pull that up and go eat at these badass places. Don't they have an app for that? Or didn't somebody create an app for that? It might not be official. We've been on that sourdough, homemade sourdough lately. We've got sourdough in jars running out of damn eyeballs in our kitchen. That's true. You can't just swing into a damn little ass restaurant parking lot. You need accessibility. I feel like I need to take a little spinner plug up north an hour. Let him recreate it if he's pulling them and has a fixed ability to play with it. Which one? He probably already has. Unless it's Unless it's homemade from the last like 3 years and never been available. Building a chicken coop. I hope not. I hope not. I did. Funny you say that. When I went to pick this shit up, the starter from this girl, it was in a pretty nice neighborhood. And I looked across the street and I was talking to Amy. I was like, because she told me the starter was supposed to be in a jar in the mailbox, and it wasn't in the mailbox. And I said, "What's jack shit in the mailbox?" And she's like, "It's like the lady across the street though has a nice collection of chickens." She's like, "Oh really?" I was like, "Yeah." So it's kind of a nice neighborhood to just have a bunch of chickens running around in the backyard. But like you said, I think it's part of the scene. Let me see that thing, Morgan. I want to see what makes it special. Is it old? Add chives and garlic to the discard. I did. I'll add that to the. I'll add that to the list of shit to do with the discard because we're kind of running out of ideas to do with that stuff. I roll the best thing I've found to do with a bunch of it is to roll it out real thin and add a bunch of cheese and shit to it and butter and bake it and make crackers. I did that, and that shit was gone in a day and a half. Wife wants chickens. Do you have any good discard recipes for the sourdough, AJ? I like Josh's because it's quick. You know what I mean? You can like get that shit. You don't have to like do anything. Throw it in a pan, fry it up, call it good. Come on, you piece of junk. I'm gonna retire this one, maybe. Morgan, I've had the itch. I've had the spinnerbait itch lately. I don't know why. And by spinnerbait itch, I mean to make them. Korean short rib tamales. Get behind that. I had Saturday, I guess it was Saturday night or Sunday night. I made a blue cheese, caramelized onions, bacon, ground short rib hamburger. It was probably top 3 burger I've ever made. Hands down. Had to fish a large Asian carp out of the boat. No pics. Yeah, I need to I gotta get some wire. I don't have any wire. I need to call the wire man and just get him to make me some wire, so I don't have to bend wire. I hate bending wire. And I would buy my pre-cut wires sometimes, but then I would still have to dick with those to get them right, and I would still end up having to cut and bend wire. So I just need to order the damn wire and be done with it. The chili crisp train yet? No. Do tell. Titanium? No, I'm not a titanium fan like Travis. But I don't know where all these people get these titanium frames from. I've tried to do a little searching for titanium, and it's to me it's not that easy to find a because there's shit with titanium, like it's getting the wireframes that you can put blades on, because a lot of them this guy used to sell them, but it had the end was terminated, so you can only put one blade on it. And like if it's tempered like titanium's supposed to be, you can't just roll the end of the wire over and button it up and call it good. Picasso does have a new titanium spinnerbait, and it looks very tasty. It looks very tasty. But I like dicking around with my wire though, because sometimes I like to put another little kinkle in it sometimes. Titanium would be cool. I like the idea of titanium. I don't know if y'all have seen the Picasso, but when I saw him, I sent him to Mr. Stearman over here in our chat, and they're pretty sexy. They're pretty sexy. So I guess you got titanium that's open for companies to build, and you've got the chatterbait fixing to open up. I guess 6th Sense has got one on deck. Probably everybody on planet Earth will have one. I guess that's going to be the wave of the next year or two, is going to be chatterbaits and titanium stuff. We'll see. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Be ready to get flooded. That is true, Stearman. Most of the titaniums are not my style head. They're fish heads. They're like winding. They're winding heads. But that shit's out there somewhere. I just never figured out quite where the what company was holding the titanium wire. The Picasso head is nearly identical to a head I've had drawn up wanting to have someone make a mold for. A little hidden wire. I mean, a little hidden weight. What if Do you like the size? Do you like the hidden weight because you like the head being smaller, or is it mainly a weight thing, or do you like the weight in the middle of the bait? Sound off, chat. Let me know. Head being smaller. Dude, I used to I don't know why, but like I went on a hidden weight spinnerbait uh tear years ago. And the only reason for it really was I think it started as the mini, and I didn't know where to get mini me's, and the mini me's were sexy. And then somebody came out with the hidden weight spinnerbait head, that like the guppy style head, that's the hidden weight that you've seen forever. And um I just wanted them because they were sexy. Like it had nothing to do with application where I thought, oh, I need the bait to like run flat. Like I just thought they were cool looking, and I wanted to make my own spot stickers. Wanted it for half 3/4 ounce bait without having a beach ball head. It's understandable. What if you could just pour a lighter size head, like I guess it wouldn't quite be the same. Spot ticker has a lot of white behind the skirt. It does. A lot of body hanging around back there. The only thing I never liked about the hidden weight spinner baits is you cut off hook shank, and I never really cared for that as far as like being hooked in a fish's mouth, and I didn't like it for putting trailers on. To me, it's the tragic flaw of a hidden weight. Mischievous fish. Yo. You can freeze it with nitrogen and straighten the bend, and when it warms back up, the bend goes back to the OG form. I mean, Pryor, you think that's what people are doing? Like, you think they're hitting it with like a duster can, freezing the end, putting the blades on real quick, bending it? I mean, it's possible. Who the hell knows, man? People are crazy. I won't be doing that, but titanium is weird. I've tried to talk to some people in the titanium business a couple years back across the ocean, and it was hard to explain to them what I wanted, and they had questions for me that I couldn't answer about the material, and I'm guessing like all the little nerdy shit that like they know about, people who deal in like metals and shit, that I didn't have a clue. I was just, hey dude, I just want a fucking wire that could go on a spinnerbait that's this diameter, and I don't want it to break. Saw a dude at a fishing show do it with a Terminator. How about that shit? Sounds like a good hack for me to get 1 million views on YouTube. I'll do that. I'll be my viral video. Thanks for the tip. JP, I'm gonna give me a can of Duster and we'll prove this theory. Viral video incoming. I have Terminators. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Mischievous Fish, where are you checking in from? Or is it mischievous? I wish we had more fishing shows down here. I don't know if they're cool anymore, but they used to be. All we get seems like the only shows we get are like turkey and deer, and saltwater boats. The bass man down here gets shit on. Folsom, big fan of your prison. Big fan of your prison blues. What is that? I'm hot as shit in here, dudes. It's supposed to be nice and cool outside, but it's like damn sauna in here. Let me turn this fan on. All right, now I got to go back to Lowe's. Great Max facility you got there. He had one of those deals like the dentist uses. I can use a can of Duster. We'll get to the bottom of this, JP. How long did it take? Well, I can buy that shit. I can probably buy it at I probably have to go to a Best Buy or something. You mean every license plate in the U.S. comes out of Folsom? That would be a crazy volume. All right. Every time I say that, I think about the kid from. I think about Forrest Gump when he's the kid, when the dude comes out and he says, "Your mom sure does care about your schooling," and he's out there going, "Hey, hey." Me saying, "All right," it reminds me of like the noise that the kid makes. I don't know, but that's what I hear in my head. It must be the same. It must be the same note. I saw a guy with a wildlife tag today that said KLMALL. I was like, oh, that guy got kill them all. He's a real conservationist, I guess. Like if you pull up to the damn wildlife refuge to do a little deer hunting, and Green Gene gets out and fucking Kill 'Em All is parked on the damn by the gate, you're getting checked, bro. Like I could not think of a more absurd license plate if you're a hunter. You're out there duck hunting, pull up, put your boat on the trailer. Did y'all get them? Nah. Well, your license plate says Kill 'Em All, so why don't we search that boat? $45,000 to $50,000 plates a day just for Cali. That is an insane amount of license plate to process. That's a lot. Shout out to all the fuckheads in Folsom Prison for knocking those 50,000 plates a day out. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yes, we do need to have a moment of silence for one of Darius's pet deer. He got poked by the neighbor kid. Poked him with a broadhead. He will not be feeding upon Darius's cracked corn anymore. He let him to rest. Darius said it was time, though. Time to let somebody else move in. All right. All right. All right. All right. Well, almost done. Morgan, let me ask you a question. Now that I got you. If you had this little square billed bait, it's small. Here's a Bandit 200. Okay. And a medium diver, the same size. What color would you paint them? And black isn't an option. I don't know. The only Vern I know is from Ernest. Coast Gill, of course. Of course. 09. Boring. Effective. Doesn't really get my hog cranked up. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have an idea, though. I have an idea. Well, somebody sent me a color and was like, "This color is badass," and it was. But unfortunately, I would feel like I was cheating everybody if I painted a bait that color because it was a solid body color, and a stripe down the back. That was another color. And I thought to myself, I can't do that. I can't do that. I feel like if I did that, everybody would look at me and say, "You lazy piece of shit. You just put two colors on there." Hall Special would be sexy. It's so small, though. It's possible. The Hall Special would look sexy in a little square, though. I have a color I want to do that Darius has got. Scales and a little gill mark. Send it down the road. Wood grain. Baby crappie. I feel like baby crappie and baby bluegill and all those little baby panfish all kind of look silvery and blue and like iridescent blue and iridescent green and purple. And it's just, they're like silver and a bunch of iridescence mixed together with some like little light blotches. Hall Special would be sexy. I haven't done that in a while. That's why I keep you on the payroll, Morgan. You always get the good ideas. I might do something weird on the medium diver. All right, JP, let me know when you're available. We need to do the damn Halloween episode and let Bobby tell his ghost story this Thursday. JP, call me Thursday. Let's do a chat. You know what I wonder, Morgan? I wonder if the Messiah has ever like had some color that he's like, you know what? I would love to have this. In a crankbait. Just woke up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. BBC, what kind of fucking farmer are you, dude? You're gonna get kicked off the damn farm. You're gonna get kicked off the ranch, bro. They're gonna take your damn belt buckle. It's not true, Morgan. If it were up to you, they'd all be black. Horses are starving. Horses are cannibalizing each other right now. BBC is still in bed. I bet your dad didn't sleep in, BBC. What time did he wake up? I bet BBC Senior didn't sleep in. See, I got a color I want to do, but I think it would look the sexiest on the little one, on the square bed, but I don't know. I don't know. Uh-uh. Boo Boo's mad at somebody. Think every angler had a color they wanted at one point? Possibly. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a Messiah special. Awesome's a good color. I can get down with that. Text the Messiah and get his color. Should. Messiah, name your price. What's your royalty? He's saying, well, you know what? I've been dreaming this color with a chartreuse and like pearly scales over the top of it with like a little gold line down the side and like the top of the scales being violet and the bottom being like an iridescent blue and then like have them shadowed a little bit to where it makes them look like they're like coming off the chartreuse and then do a white pearly gill plate with a champagne colored back and yeah, something like that. Something like that. They're trying, Anthony. I wish I had sepia. I don't though. I couldn't. I couldn't find the equivalent in the lacquers. In the lacquers. How many are there, Johnny? The golden sepia was way better. Was that the? Is that the creme de la creme of sepias? Dozens. They do a new respect series every month. Oh, yeah. If they do a new one every month, are those available in the States every month, or are those only available in Japan every month? Built my business off of it. So what have you done, AJ? Have you found a golden equivalent in the lacquers? I made a moss baby bass, like one of my most used colors, brown and yellow with a bit of green. I don't know. I don't know that I don't know that I've ever owned a bottle of sepia anything. honestly. At what point does Megabass eventually say fuck it and just ask ChatGPT to come up with a color combo? Don't have to pay designers and still sell out. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to run out of creative people in Japan. They'll just do something else. They'll just do something else cool. They'll find some new material or some new paint or something. They'll always figure something out. That's why they're Megabass. Figured it out last week. Did you have to mix, or were you able to actually buy a bottle of it? I'm gonna sneeze. It's so bad. I have to take the hooks off but that deep box is sexy. Real fish skin. Been done. What's next? What's next for him? What's next? What's next when you've stretched real fish skins over lures? Had to mix. Well, that's kind of helpful, I guess. Annoying, but you got what you want. Lizard skin? You know what I've had the urge for lately? Some I don't know why. Some like white python boots. Real sleazy looking shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Real card carrying scumbag looking boots. They look great with your jorts. They would. Hey, AJ, I've actually went to my mom's house and I found some old jeans of mine, and they're ready to be converted. I brought home 3 new pair that I'm going to convert. Silver Skull. Maybe if the skull were bedazzled. I've always liked that look, Darius. Yes, it did, BBC. I had to I put it in a vise and then I just tightened the vise up and it smashed. This tooth in your head. Name that song. Oh, sweetness, sweetness, I was only joking when I said my right there. When you that could be worth a prize pack for that one. All right, what's next? Amish Paradise. You've been watching too much Theo Vaughn. You've been watching Theo and that Amish kid too much, bro. Snakeskin doesn't last, AJ. It's not a good investment. Chort Olstein. That's pretty funny. Leave it to Geis. Leave it to Geis. Chort Olstein. Nobody knows those song lyrics. Oh, Craig Cole, Blackjack. I got some of these. Snake is hard to keep in good shape. I mean, the amount that I would probably wear them, I'd probably destroy them in like a month. I got some of these Waken Bagleys I got to paint just for myself. I got some DBs I got to paint. I don't even know what the hell this is. Some non-spintail Bangalores. I'm just going to go have fun with these because it doesn't really matter what color they are. Guy says the Zinger. The Zinger Guru. Well, that's unfortunate about Snake. What looks similar? What has a similar look that's more durable? Do they have vegan snake? Albino gator. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Later, guys. Thanks for the smile. The Arapimas. I always thought they were pretty boots, but I didn't like the size of the scale for me personally to throw down the amount of money it costs for those. I couldn't get over the scale size. Go figure. Bass boots? You want to skin a largemouth bass and make them into a pair of boots? I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just asked you last night, AJ. Should have called my boot man and said, AJ, what do I need, dude? What do I search for? So BBC needs to go to one of his private prick lakes, go snatch an 8-pounder, knock the damn head off of that thing, and take it to his boot maker and get you some largemouth boots, dude. But I feel like everybody in the 70s wore like the snake boots. Was that a thing or was that the 80s? But I feel like you saw a lot of, like, for them to be so shitty, I feel like there was a lot of them out there. They make grouper boots. How about that shit? Wonder how big of a grouper it takes to make a pair of boots. Wonder how many 8-pounders BBC's gonna have to murder to get him his pair of boots. Now there's none out there because they didn't make it. This is true. This is true. It's like all the like rock stars you see like back in the day, like all the like glam rock bands that have on tights with like some like tight leather pants with some damn snakeskin boots. Stingray. I have to look that up. We have lots of stingrays here. If anybody needs a stingray to make boots out of, I could probably get you a connection on stingray. Stingray is tough and stiff as a preacher's pee-pee. Noted. Oh yeah, I have to look back into the boot world and see what all these. See what's next. What's the up and coming material? Is there a trendy material right now? I feel like there's always some sort of exotic popping up, keeping people interested. Peacock bass. There you go. Steve Irwin, rest in peace. I wonder what kind of boots he wore. He wore those like military looking boots. I wonder what he wore dressy. Did he ever dress up? Did he wear like a tuxedo with his military boots? Josh ain't even putting the boots on. Capybara? I took vacation in Fish Lake Okeechobee early this year and caught me some Everglades peacocks. How was that experience, Johnny? Beaver tail boots? I'm not the boot guru. I don't know what they can. I don't know what it takes to be able to make something out of a boot. I don't know what the prerequisites are. Ostrich. All right. Let's those up. I wish I still lived in Austin. Dude, you would see like $1,000 boots. Like some dude moved to Austin for like a month, some big, tech job. First thing he does is go buy an expensive ass pair of boots. And then he's like moving to Dubai, doesn't need his boots anymore. Come get them from my penthouse apartment for $100. Like, you could make a business in Austin, Texas, buying cheap, expensive used cowboy boots. They were everywhere. Just get on Marketplace. Like if I bought every pair of $100 Lucchese's that came up, like I would probably have more boots than crankbaits. Quills. Ostrich. capybara. Boots made out of shrimp shells. That's pretty funny. Deron, we triggered him to come out of damn lurking by talking about boots. Yes, Bootcraft coming soon. We'll be reviewing boots. We'll be making our own boots. Random materials we find around the house. And tune in, like, subscribe, share. My capybaras and camel are both Anderson Bean. Well, I guess I'll send back my trashy ass Justins. I thought I was fancy. I guess I'm just a damn plebe. I do actually have a pair of those. I had to get them resold. I bought them and didn't realize it. Started walking on them. I was like, what the F? What the F? What the fudge? For dancing, apparently. I used to have a pair of Durangos. They were great boots. They weren't expensive. I loved them. You know, it was the hardest boots to find that I always wanted because a guy that in my hunting camp had them when I was a kid. So it would have been like really early 90s or late 80s. And he had a pair of like brushed suede looking boots. Like those old school shoes that you'd have to wear. Like it was almost like a cameled color wallaby material. Like I said, it was like a brushed suede look. And dude, those were the coolest boots ever. And I searched for years trying to find those. And I never could find anybody that made them. I'm sure they do now, but at the time I was looking, I could never find them. They were cool though. AJ, do you know anything about that? Anderson Bean is the Epiphone to Rios Mercedes. Okay. They're like the affordable sister company. Backdoor Red Wings. Hard to beat that. I'd be down. I'd be wearing Red Wings. It was more suede. Like it looked like suede. But you see them. I feel like you see them now, but they're like the little fruit boots that are like real short, like these, and they got like the little elastic band in them, and they don't look cool. These were like legit, like cowboy cut boots. Rough out boots. Let me see what that is. Rough out boots. Tecovas, men's the Johnny Rough Out boot. That's them. That's them. What's the report on those? What's the report on those? Are those douche? Wonder if I could get that lower part with the upper do that bottom part and then get the uppers in Pit Viper and Cobra, White Cobra. AJ, how much is that going to cost me? Roughneck lowers with white mole uppers. Finaglio? How do you say that? Are you just trying to get me to pronounce funny words? I don't know what's cool anymore. Come on, bro. You know. Finoglio. I'll call my contact at Casey to paint baits for him. They're out of the U.S. Makona factory. They make out of rough cut. And now I gotta look this shit up. I think I almost screwed this bait up because I didn't tape the lip off. I just threw it in the box, feverishly looking for these boots. Let's see what it is. What brand? Finaglio. GLIO. Rough Elves. Son of a bitch, can't type in gloves. Let's check these bids out. Oh, Texas flag style. Moss suede ropers. Those are kind of sexy. Some pretty decent looking shit kickers in here. BRB. Nice looking pair of boots. I just want the whole material to be the same. They have those? No, they all have different uppers. All right. My elephants. And I'm going to man, y'all are dialed on the boots. We lost everybody when we went to Boot Talk Live. Cool, though. We're getting educated. If anybody's curious. If anybody's watching from out in the wild and they're curious as to their first purchase of snakeskin boots, don't do it. They don't last. Good question. I think they're on so much drugs, Jeremy, that they don't even know they have feet. I think if you do enough drugs, your feet turn into those moon shoes and you don't care. I think that's the brand. I think that's the brand. Morgan, how many pairs of boots you got, bro? Sounds like you got quite the collection. Elephant trunk. That's not what I've heard, Jeremy. I've heard those guys certainly do plenty of drugs on the boat. Maybe not though. Maybe certain boats have stricter policies. I mean, you gotta think. It takes a special guy to get out there, live on a boat in those seas. Have to be under the influence of a little of something. A little over a dozen. Solid collection. I don't know. I could see a dude taking a few toots and getting out there and I mean, bro, come on. They stay up like 48 hours. You think they just do that sober? Those dudes don't ever sleep. They tooting a little bit. They tooting a little bit. All right, done with these. What's next on the radar? Morgan? Are you out of the boot game for a while? Giraffe? Kangaroo? Is this like a production boot? Or you have to go to the Outback? Or is this one of those you go on a safari and then have your boots made? There's one thing that has never appealed to me. These guys that go to Africa and like hunt everything. I'd probably be down to blast one of those warthogs. Yeah, warthog would be good. I'd be into that. Silly string. Kangaroo is probably the tough tensile strength by weight of leather. Thin and still tough. Monkey boots. Go get you some. Go catch you one in over there in Mississippi, Kyle. Yeah, no, that isn't. I don't know. Max, that's what BBC said he wanted. He wanted a bass boot. And I said he better be calling up Max to get in on the football game this weekend. Make him a little money. Did y'all hear about that? Where they had to. It literally is out of a movie, dude. So there's like some sort of testing facility. It all sounds bogus because, like, from what I read, the place, like, you have starting location here, ending location here, and there's a truck that's supposed to be taking some monkeys that all have herpes, hepatitis, and COVID, and they need to get here, but somehow the truck is over here, like in the opposite direction of where it needs to get, and tumps over, and all the monkeys get loose. Come on. Hello, Tom. We'll be polishing our Arapaimas while you have your lunch. Tulane Lab going to Florida. I thought the truck was somewhere like. Oh, maybe it was I could have sworn I read Tupelo. Maybe it was a typo. Could be Tom. I'm not sure. I just hope those little bastards don't end up in my backyard. I'm just glad it's not in my neighborhood. They said they were 40 pounders. That's pretty big. Pretty big. Yeah, I saw that video, Jeremy, with that chick in the river. All those monkeys jumping in the river. Pretty wild. Incoming. Correct. All right. We're almost ready. These are those baits from the undisclosed pro angler that I guess is not affiliated with Bagley anymore. That had a bunch of factory blanks that he no longer cared to own. I think what these were given to him to do color samples to be sent off to the manufacturer. And it's what I believe to be the case, because there's some over there in white, clear, or not white, they're clear boxes, and they say Demon on them. So I'm guessing they were needed to be painted to be sent to somewhere. But wreck happened in Jasper County. I'm guessing maybe that's nowhere near where it was supposed to be heading. Would that be a proper assumption? All right, yeah. BBC, where did you sell that? Did you sell it on eBay or Reverb or Marketplace? eBay. That was pretty fast. How long has it been up? How long did it take to sell? It didn't seem like it took very long. So what's the theory, Kyle? What was the truck doing up there? What was the truck doing away from his route? Took a week. That's not bad at all. Who is this? Oh boy, don't look at that one. Who is Ghetto Cowboy Gear? Who is this person? Glory to God, official lot. Tackle tweaker. Who is this person liking all my pictures? Oh, that's Jared. I know him. He asked me about a bait. Got him. Okay. Had to hop back on because in my advocacy for the capybara leather, I forgot to mention, in addition to extreme comfort, it also has that suede look. Ooh. Okay. Let me look. I'll have to add that to the hundreds of open windows I have. Capybara leather. It looks nice, I will say. Oh yeah, it does. It does kind of look brushed. What's the other one? I wonder if there's any on Marketplace. Let's see if there's any. What was that? Oh, look at this. $2011. What, focus? Focus on. There it goes. Big old third place in the championship. Got my check. Young painter dude. Wonder how much my check was for. Oh, you can't see. Man. Are you standing on a chair? No, that guy's just not. Gifted in the leg department. Did the Schecter have EMG pickups? Brian might have a counteroffer. You know what, Brian? I saw a guitar I wanted today, and I don't typically lust after guitars, and I don't even like this shape, but this one's sexy. It's an Explorer, a Gibson Explorer, except it's a Gibson, and it would need to be purchased through Gibson or through the Gibson people, aka Alibaba or Temu or whatever. But the headstock does not say Gibson, but it's called something of that thing. I looked it up today. There it is. There's a whole story behind what it is, and I wasn't really privy to what it is, but I'm gonna send you the link to it. I don't even like Explorers, but that damn thing's sexy. All right, AJ's back. We're just talking about guitars. Hit the road, AJ. What's happening at the USPS store? When are you going to switch to UPS, AJ? That guitar is like $250. Like I said, it's like it's a fake. But it doesn't say Gibson on the headstock, so it's just an Explorer body, so it's really not. I don't know how you would qualify it. Oh no, I would never paint it. I like it because it's all white, and it's like the silver burst. It's a silver burst over white, is what it is. Which is cool. No, I like it as is. I would certainly not paint it. BBC, you looking to get back? Yeah, I've been dabbling in the UPS for a little while now, and I've had a few issues with them, more so than USPS. So people shit on the post office, but my couple issues this year have all been with UPS. But most of the time they're really good. Just a couple of times they haven't been good. They're good when they're good, and until they're not good. Right? Played a flat black Explorer in Tulsa, looked badass, felt a little weird. How many ears did you offend when you were riffing at the guitar store in Tulsa? Were you a little modest in your playing? Or did you just go full blown like 69-1 hog cranking, downstroke picking, chugging? Chugging. All right, one more rack. Oh, that's it. Damn. Still got time. Still got time to do stuff. It's amazing when you get to work at a decent hour. The last drop of Marty Bates took forever to get, postmarked like the 27th of September, and didn't get them until October 11th. That sounds about right. There was some of those that went bonkers as far as where they went around the U.S. Like I remember looking at hell, it was around the time I sent that package to Marty, and it went up to Nashville, it went to Memphis, it went to Little Rock, it went to like back the other way to like somewhere else, and then it went like back to Little Rock and then over and down, and finally after like a damn month it made its way to Builder Dude's house. But it was absurd. I don't know exactly how that happens. And they wonder why they lose money. We're not making any money. Oh, shit, bro. You just sent my package to damn Kuwait. No other shoppers in there. Thank the Lord. They thought James Hetfield was in here. And they said, "Are you sure you don't want to? You sure you want a telly and don't want this Explorer, James?" I said, "No." I'm Brennan Hetfield. I'm here to pick up a horse and an Explorer for my dad. You may have heard of him. You may have heard of him. I saw where Gibson's coming out with a Kirk Hammett acoustic. Ugh. Odd one. Travis, you done fishing for the year? Is the boat in the shed with Staybill in the tank? I know we're creeping up on Black Friday, Jeremy. Let the sales begin. Let the sale ads begin. If I buy another, I will get a Les Paul or an old Strat. What's an old Strat? What do you consider old? 2015 model? Dang. A lot of baits. I can already go ahead and tell you these backers are going to take me forever to paint because I won't narrow down. Let me give you some advice, BBC. Don't buy one from the 70s. And if you buy one from the 80s, it should only be a made in Japan Fender or Squier because they were made in the same place at the same time. So there is no difference in the Fender and the Squier. They were made side by side, the same materials. So, but it's not like you really don't get that much of a price decrease from a Squier, but the made in Japan Squiers are legit. Yeah, there's always new gadgets and gadgets for a guitar player. Does he play acoustic or does he play electric? Jeremiah? Yeah, it's the same with like Gibson shit. Like the Les Pauls from the 70s were crazy heavy. Like not a lot. I don't know that there's a lot of instruments that were crazy desirable in the 80s. That's why those lawsuit guitars that were coming out of Asia got so popular and got so expensive because they were being made in the 70s as copies, and they were better than what Gibson was producing at the time. So people just like those. Mischievous Fish, I have one right here. And I love this guitar neck more than anything on planet Earth. So much that I buy these mid 90s Squiers and farm the necks off of them and just put them on other guitars because the neck feels so good. A regular electric, a bass, and 2 acoustics. Damn. You're going to have a damn record studio in your house before you know it. I've got what else I got up there? I got a J Mascis Jazzmaster neck I got to do something with. It fits a Jazzmaster and a Fender had the same neck pocket dimensions. So I could put that Jazzmaster neck on a strap body, but I don't really want to do that. I also don't want to outfit a Jazzmaster. I have 2 that don't have homes. Classic Vibe Strat. Nice feeling neck. It's not as good as a Korean Squier. And then the J Mascis Jazzmaster. These have a satin finish on them. They feel real good. I need to sell that Jazzmaster next. Those are highly sought after, and I paid $50 for it. I like the Jaguar. I like the offset body styles. I do. I never owned one, but I'm a big fan of them. I grew up as a grunge kid. Anything that looks like a Mustang or anything Kurt Cobain would have used, Jagstang, whatever. Yeah, I like it. But all right, I'm gonna go try and get some of these baits. Base coated at least, something. Your Korean neck is VN35370. see what this one is. This one is VN 593025 3537. Mine's on the neck plate on this one. You take apart guitars more than you play them? No. Well, maybe. No, maybe. Maybe. I have some. Yeah, the Japanese bass is delicioso. I've got a few to finish. I got one to paint. This one needs to be sanded and painted. It's in pretty rough shape, but it's got a crack in it too that I need to fix. I just need to glue up. But yeah, this one needs some little bit of attention. I don't know what color I'm going to do. I was going to make a I don't know. The baby wanted a Jack Skellington guitar out of this one. She wanted it all black with like white pickup covers. So I don't know. Oh, no, I've never wanted a pickup. Well, I will definitely save that for somebody else. I have one here that probably needs it needs to be wax dipped because it looks like this wire is like a little bit exposed. But I don't know. I would hope they would have done something to it. I don't know where this came from. It's got one like loosey-goosey wire up at the top. It's not broken. It's just hanging off a little farther from the rest of the coil. This is a B&R Vintage Blues 62B bridge, I'm assuming. So I'd like to hook that up. I don't know what it even sounds like. I don't know that I've ever played it. Don't know that I've ever played it. You want to repaint your black Strat super dark red. Well, why don't you sand it, BBC, and then hit it with some sort of silver, or sand it. Yeah, I would sand it, hit it with a light silver, and then do like a candy red over the top of it. That'd be cool. You might as well. Like, it's a Squire. It's not. The value is in the neck. The value is not in the body. I don't know what year your Squire is, though, but that's the fun thing about those Squires, which is probably why they're going to be valuable, is because everybody destroyed them trying to like learn how to tinker with guitars. We're going to all get old and everybody's going to be like, man, you can't find a Korean Squire anymore. 2011. Yeah. Get to sand in BBC. That should be your project tonight. You got any Candy Red? You have red to paint it if you wanted to. This is 2009, looks like 12/3/2009. This is a May 17th, 2016. So fairly new. You have Candy Red. It's going to take a lot. You're probably going to need a little mini HVLP gun, or you're going to be there forever, and it's going to look like zebra stripes because you try to paint it with an airbrush. But you can do it. You can do it. Mischievous fish. Are you a pick? I don't have a good soldering iron. I need to get one of those. Yeah, the paranormal. I've been seeing those. They're pretty badass though. I was looking at one and I was like, shit, that's a pretty badass guitar. I saw a paranormal telly that was super cool. I'm trying to remember what made it so cool. Maybe it just looked cool. I guess because it was offset. I don't know. But I remember seeing it on Marketplace and thinking, kind of cool. I love Squires. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a Squire fan. 05 red Fender Squire. Oh, do you wind your own pickups? Are you that deep in the weeds with guitar nerddom? What is this? What is this? Tour grade tungsten compact swim jig. Daryl, you got a 05 red Fender Squire Strat? Is it still kicking in and out? All right, I'm about to get out of here. We're about to. You have. It wasn't fun. Okay. No fishing talk. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I gotta go paint or do something. All right. Thanks for talking guitars with me, bros. Even that's okay. We ran everybody else off. We got a few music talk people. Have a jam. Virtual jam. I still want to do a live tomorrow and get everybody on here to tell their creepy stories. Morgan's got some pretty good ones. Used to make your own pedals and amps. I wish you lived closer. I would take this piece of shit Mesa Boogie over to your house and See if you could work some magic on it. I don't know what it is. Sounds like ass. You might can help me if you built an amp. It sounds farty. I feel like the damn speaker's blown or something. But it only does it like the clean channel sounds great. It's got new tubes in it. The clean channel gets loud and clean. But anytime you add any kind of gain or distortion, it gets real flabby and makes these like kind of farty speaker sounds. And I don't know what's causing it. It's bizarre. Like I said, like if it stays clean, you can turn it up infinitely and it retains its clarity. But if you hit the gain a little bit, it like turns into a fart factory. And I don't recall it ever doing that. But I don't know if I need to do a speaker change, or I guess I need to hook it up to like another cabinet or something and see if it sounds better with a speaker. I don't know. It bugs me though, because you want to add a little dirt to the sound, and then like I said, you turn into damn diarrhea. Diarrhea, cha cha cha. You almost have to hear it in person though. And I took it to a guy, but he wasn't very dialed. Bend a string. The gain circuit has a bad component. You see that? That makes sense. I think the problem I have is there's not any amp techs around here really. There's one. And I think he likes doing like tube jobs and maybe replacing a speaker. But as far as like pulling the guts out and like looking at all the circuitry and shit, I don't think he wants to do that. And I don't know that there is anybody around here that does want to do that. I think the closest guy's in Pensacola, and I would have to drive an hour and leave it with him. But I mean, it's probably worth it. The other one that I play is the Univox. What? No. 345. Let's see if they have a serial number on it. Let's see. Serial number 34538. But that thing is this thing is from the late 60s, and it is more reliable than my damn Mesa. Go figure. Motorboating, kind of. How many watts is that one? I don't know. 15, 20? Not a lot. Not a lot. Leaky or failing capacitors in the power supply. Interesting. I gotta find me a guy. Most people don't like working on mesas either. Like if it was a Fender circuit or like something not annoying, which I didn't know, but I didn't know that about mesas when I got that amp, that like people don't like working on them and they're a pain in the ass and all that good stuff. So that's the term. That's used in the guitar world. Motorboating. I've never heard that term in the guitar world, in the amp world. Lone Star Classic, too much bass on the drive channel. Yes, it does have too much drive. I mean, too much bass. But there's all these mods that people do to that amp, because the channel 1 sounds so good and channel 2 has always sound like ass. There's a mod a lot of people do that basically makes the first channel or the second channel mirror the first channel, and it's not too involved, but I'd like to have that done. I'd like to have a lot of shit done to that amp, but like I said, it's not a priority. The clean channel works, so whatever. All right, I'm really going for now. Bye bye.